In this example, we want to do is to find the amplitude. The expression here sounds complicated. That's y equals 7 over 6 times sine negative 4 pi over 3 times x. We know sine x is this curve. So whatever you end up here, the value for x, you then choose sine, you always get a value which is between 1 and -1. It cannot be over 1. It cannot be over below the -1. Okay, so that's why here for this function y equals sine negative 4 pi over 3 times x. This is not going to change the amplitude, okay? Because whatever you end up here behind sine x, with any value you choose sine, you get value is in between 1 and -1. Only the value in front of sine is going to change the amplitude. You may say here amplitude is 1. Okay? But then here what we got is y equals 7 over 6 times sine negative 4 pi over 3 times x. So it's actually every value you get here, you multiply the value by 7 over 6. So in this case, this function has a curve which only changes amplitude from 1 to 7 over 6. So you can see here, for the local maximum, the value gets a little bit higher. Okay? Yeah. And for the value here, when you have a y value is -1, and then here you shall have the y value is -1.167. You divide 7 over 6, you should have a 1.167. Okay, so the value in front of sine is going to be the amplitude. This one, -4 pi over 3, is actually going to change the period. You can see previously for sine from 0 to 2 pi, that's one period. You see this one. Okay, yeah, that's for sine x. Pi, and then right here, 2 pi. Okay, now if you add something here, it's going to change in the period. We will talk about the period in different lecture. Here we just need to understand in front of sine, that's going to be amplitude. Coefficient in front of sine or cosine is going to be the amplitude. Here amplitude is 7 over 6. Do not times 7 over 6. It's not double from the smallest to the biggest. It's just the coefficient. 7 over 6 is the amplitude. All right?